What is up, y'all? It's HellHound Offroad in the house. Bringing you a garage video. A couple things I got to get buttoned up before our Windrock trip, which is going to be freaking epic. Make sure you stay tuned and pay attention to when that comes out. Go check my other videos, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, because I'm putting out content you guys are just not going to want to miss. So today I have an issue with my steering column. Basically the steering stem itself, from the Easy Steer motor up to my Solid Industries steering wheel hub, it pushes in and out, so I have to take that L off, press the steering wheel out, put spacers in there, and put it back together so it keeps that stack pulled up into the housing that it rides in. Another thing we're doing, we're getting rid of my old grill, which I already have it out. It's just 4 bolts, but the grill and the new rear panel, I will show you both of those. I don't know why it's coming off that way. There we go. That is the new grill. It's not painted yet, obviously. This is the new rear panel. Not painted yet, obviously. It's gonna be my firecracker red with the black splatter, just to match the rest of my buggy. Currently I'm getting ready to remove this back panel. I'm going to be changing there's brake lights in there. I'm going to be changing those brake lights out, and I'm going to be welding that new panel in place here instead of this one. This is my old panel, Redneck Trucker X, which, if you're new to the channel, that's what I was going by. It was an old gamer tag, and that's what I started YouTube as. And now I'm actually turning into an off-road company, and working on side-by-sides, Jeeps, whatever, you name it, I'll work on it. Off-road wise. If you're in the Southwest Pennsylvania area, you need any work done, you let me know. I'll take care of you. But I'm gonna get going a little bit. I'll show you the process once I get started, and well, I guess we'll go from there. All right, so I used my drill over here. I took a 1/4-inch drill bit, and I put a couple in these corners. You couldn't get a grinder or the cutoff wheel in there. Each of these corners, on each side here. So I took a 1/4-inch drill bit, and then drilled 3 holes, 1 at each end and then 1 in the corner. And then I took my air grinder with a double carbide and used that in the corners, and then used my cutoff wheel and my grinder on the rest of them, and then a chisel and a punch to get it out. And right now I basically have to clean it up. As you can see, it's right to the point where I got to clean it up with the grinder, get it ready for the new one to be welded on. And then once we get that done, it'll be time for paint. I'll show you what it looks like right now with it being bare, and then I'll get back to you after I get it cleaned up from the grinder. Maybe I can kind of get this in here temporarily. Sorry. I guess I could edit this part out. Come on, bitch. That is basically what she's going to look like. Let me know what y'all think, and then we'll get her welded, get her painted, and she'll be blended in, all brand new. The grill. Got some other goodies too coming up. We'll discuss that at a later time. But for right now, let me get this ground and get this tacked in. Alright, so another update here. We got the buggy moved out of this room here and got it over there because that's where my welding outlet is for me to plug my welder in, so I had to move it into my other bay. Got it all cleaned up, welded. I should have showed you guys a little bit of that. You know, I'm just trying to get all this stuff done and give you guys a little bit of a rundown at the same time. And I'll show you. This ain't a finished product yet. I'm still gonna get maybe 1 or 2 more coats on it. I don't know if you can. Just gonna get 1 or 2 more coats on it. Coming up. Right now I decided to take a little bit of a pause on it, and I'm gonna finish it up another time. I'll show you the back panel, how it is right now. The reason why I'm taking a pause. And there's the back panel. If you look real close, you can see the little contaminants inside of my paint, so I have to let that dry, and I'm going to be wet sanding that and then finishing the paint and then putting the splatter on it like this here. I'm going to be doing that. So I took a break from that. I'm going to be fixing my steering column. If you watch, you see how it's moving in and out. It's moving freely up underneath it here, and there's a gap. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See that gap up inside of here? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show you that, but up inside of there, there's I used the Super ATV steering column. I'm sorry, steering column shaft, and it has a slider on it, and I don't have it set right or something, so I'm going to go back to the OEM one for the upper and see if that fixes my issue. If not, then I'm going to have to put a couple spacers in there or something. But that's where I'm at with that. I ended up getting a flat tire on one of my back home rides with my buddies here. The guys you see normally that I ride with, Turbulence and Ryan, those guys don't live close to me. Ryan's kind of close. He lives about 2.5 hours away from me, but we don't ride unless we're really going somewhere. So that's that. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll show you this flat tire that I got with my back home crew whenever I was out. You see, I got it plugged right now, but it's still slowly losing air. So I'm gonna get that vulcanized. Also, this shock decided to get a leak when we was at Black Mountain. So you're gonna be seeing me in another video. The next one, you're all gonna have to stay tuned. Put factory race RC2 Fox shocks on there, and I'm going to be putting Shock Therapy springs on there. Actually in the morning I have to have them put a rush order in, and I'm going to be doing 2-day air just to get the shocks here and the springs here just in time for our upcoming Windrock trip. But I'm going to get this steering column out. Alright, so this is almost the finished product. I still got to put mount the new lights, the new brake lights I have coming, and the side brake lights that I still have, those panels. But that is what that looks like now. I think it turned out pretty freaking killer, man. I was telling you about the steering. There is 2 yokes here. Like, there's an intermediate piece this intermediate piece, you can't see it, but that intermediate piece, basically I set it where it needed to go, and then I put a weld around it because it was slipping up and down. It's adjustable from Super ATV, but it was allowing my steering wheel to move in and out like, I don't know, maybe a hair more than a quarter inch or so, something like that. So it was going in and out like I was showing you guys. Well, I put a weld around there, and now it's solid. It ain't moving now. So we got that squared away. I'll show you the grill now. So we got that all painted up too. It's been a heck of a day. Got a lot done. Got a lot more to do. All right. That HHO, that's the abbreviations for my company. If you haven't noticed, HellHound Offroad. HHO. I just wanted that little touch on the grill. The Cerberus is going to read really nice on the front of my bumper. It should, I believe, it should fit right here, inside of there. So you should be able to see that real good. The HHO is going to be further up, so you're not going to see it as well. It's just going to be like one of those little hidden gems, I guess you would say. So I have, this lighting in here is horrible with this camera. I have the rear panel done now, minus the lights. The lights, they go on this panel over here. I'll show you real quick. They go on this panel. I have to take these lights off. That goes, well, I can't even show it to you really. Maybe. It goes on the back side there. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it a little bit there. I have rib nuts in there, and I just have it bolted to it. That's basically that. Like I said, I got to get a hold of shock therapy here in a couple hours and get my springs for my RC2 shocks. I will show you guys that, the shocks, as soon as I get a second, I get in the house and everything, because I still have those in the house. I'm still waiting on the tires to come. I showed you the tire, showed you the steering, and I showed you the panels. I do have another thing coming, but I don't want to give that away in this video. But I guess we'll talk to you as soon as I get inside. We'll show you those factory race RC2s. They look a lot like the regular RC2s, but they don't come with the triple spring. This lighting is freaking terrible, man. They don't come with the triple spring, and they come factory with E-block springs, but the rears were 200, and that's way too freaking light for this buggy. With all this armor and the toolbox and all that other stuff, the subwoofers. If you're interested, every YouTube video I make, it's in a description of all my parts and everything that I have on my machine currently. If you feel free to check that out. It's a good time. If you're still here, man, like and sub, because this may be a boring video, but I have a lot of good ones. And I'm going to continue to give you guys the good content. So help a brother out and help me grow my channel. Trying to get monetized and trying to build a business, you know, working on other people's buggies and their Jeeps and trucks and stuff. So help me out. I'll see you in a few. All right, it's another day for me, but it's a continuation for you guys. Basically, I told you I was going to show you the shocks. I brought them outside, and I'm going to show them to you now. This will be the front. The left and the right. And the same thing with the back, and then the reservoir. I have a set of shock therapy springs that are going to be delivered today. They're getting painted red to match the buggy. The final verdict on the grill, and we'll show you when we get it installed too. That's how that turned out. I think that turned out pretty darn good, yes me. I'll show you the back panel real quick, and then I'll get the grill in and show you guys what it looks like in the machine. There's too much stuff in this garage. So walk back here real quick. I'm sorry my breath, I just carried those shocks out. It's a detached garage from the house. This is how we turned out. Obviously it doesn't have the back panels on it yet. I'm getting the brake lights for that today. So that'll be all buttoned up. The new tires are going to be here today. That'll be buttoned up. Steering, all that stuff's buttoned up. I got to put the battery negative back on. I took it off as is what you're supposed to do when you're welding on a vehicle. And I got to put the seat back in. And then I'll probably mess with, because I'm painting the shocks, the springs, so I'll probably get all my clickers and my preload and all that stuff at the shock therapy recommended, starting point. So I'll probably do that today too, depending on what I get into. And then these shocks, these Showa shocks, they have the CT Raceworks eyelets on them. Those are going to be coming off and going on my RC2s. I believe they're exactly the same, so they should fit. And then the ones that are on that are going to go on. The ones that are on the Fox are going to go on this one, and I'm going to be selling those as a set. But be doing that, and then like these bars right here. I don't know if you can see very well. That's part of the. That is part of the conversion brackets for the 64 to 72. And you don't necessarily need the front, but that's the front one, so that'll be coming off as well. Not the CT Raceworks black, but the red HCR is going to be coming off, and these springs will be coming off. These Showas, and the new one's going on. But let me get this grill in, and I'll show you what the grill looks like real quick. Alright, so I couldn't get the hood on yet because I need to be able to get in here to take these braces and stuff off. Like I told you, this brace has to come off and those shocks, and I need to be able to get into here to be able to do so. So I have to take this off, and then the bolts back here will have to come out, and then the shocks will be out. The grill is basically what the grill looks like now, and I got lights in behind there. Those are 4-inch 5150s on each side. So it's going to illuminate really good at nighttime and scream Cerberus on it, so that's pretty dope. I'm going to show you guys unboxing the shock therapy stuff we just got. Well, if we can, let's try here. There we go. Choose our feet, huh? All the amenities that God gave us. There we got her. All right. I really give props to people that do their whole life with one hand. That's a tough thing to do. I don't know why. There we go. This is what goes on the back of the back shocks. This the rock guards. So that'll look pretty cool. That's gonna match all the shock therapy stuff. I like that. That's pretty dope. And we got the little shocky tool. I don't know what the heck they got going on here with it. Got a bunch of tape and crap on it, but you can't see it. Daggone it. There, now we're fucking cooking with gas oil. Watch my mouth. This is the little tool to for the clicker adjustment for the high and low speed compression, and it's also got a soda opener. So that's pretty cool. You just start that in your glove box. And when you're out on the trail, you can grab it real quick and do a quick adjustment. I like that. All right, and then we have dang, that's a woolly mammoth. That's for the 3.0 shock bodies from Shock Therapy. They could have etched Shock Therapy in it or something, you know, that would have been pretty cool. But there's that. And then see if we can't get this other one out. Ugh. I'm not very good at these unboxing videos. Yeah, there's the one for the 2.5s. Hopefully these are thick enough that they don't hurt my hands whenever I'm it's kind of, to me that seems like this should be on this side. You know, when you, yeah, that's kind of backwards, I think. Anyways, there's that. Stickers. And that's all that's in this box, so we'll throw this junk away. And then we'll get the main event here, the springs. Just burn all this daggone cardboard, and now I got a bunch more coming. Yeah, it seems like the cardboard is never ending. I'm gonna put these stickers up with all the other ones. So just stick those right there for right now, and then we get this bad boy open up. Oh yeah. Okay, so rear lower doesn't give me a pound, it just has a number on there. That's a little bit annoying. I don't know why, to me it seems like the uppers are a lot beefier than the lowers. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Comment, let me know why that is. You would think the heavier would go on the bottom instead of the top. So those are the rears. Let's open up the fronts real quick. Come on. Hey, there we go. Alright, so another little Shocky keychain. Got about half a dozen of them dang things. Another one of those wrap can koozies, like pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I like that. You throw that on your roll cage or whatever when you're out drinking your trail sodas and you forgot your koozie, you got something nice to use there. So this is the stickers. I have an abundance of those. I'm about to start giving them away. So these are the front lowers. These are the front uppers. Alright, well, we're gonna get those painted. We're gonna get those painted, and we'll get back to you as soon as we get some paint on them. Alright, y'all. Gonna end this video off with finishing up the brake lights for the new panel back there we showed you guys. I'm gonna open the box up right now, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Let me grab my knife here. I'm gonna use my leg, I guess. Could have probably did this not on a swivel chair. Oh, come on now. There we go. That was satisfying. There we go. All right. What do we got here? More packaging. Ain't that sweet? And a box inside of the package. Garbage on. I think those are going to show those letters very nice. I actually like these a lot. I think we should see if we can't plug that into our. I'll have to cut this out. There we go. Alright, so that, and then that is the regular light, and then that is the when I hit the brakes. Times that by 4. I think those are going to look pretty good. And we'll see what they look like in on the back panel. All right, so we got this panel freshened up with a little bit of black paint. This is the 4 brake lights that are going to be going in behind here. The Cerberus cut out. So I'm going to put the first bolt in there, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I got the brake lights in, got them hooked up. This is the running lights. You going to hit them?
You didn't say.
And that's the brake lights. A little bit up close, so it's not go. Hit the button again. Alright, do it one more time. Alright. But that's it's a little up close, and on camera it blurs a little bit, but we got that all taken care of. I should have filmed it, but I didn't. I got my shocks switched over with the shock therapy springs. And I got the other ones over here. I'm going to be getting ready to put those on. The garage is a mess right now. But to get that put on, get the ride height set. You guys can check that out Wednesday. Wednesday's video be out next Sunday. This will be out Monday, I think. Yeah, because today's already Sunday, and I didn't get done in time to get a video out today. So I guess we're gonna have one for you guys tomorrow. But that's gonna be it for this one. And you can come back and watch me mount 235 Zillas on my B-locks, and you can also watch me check my ride height and all that stuff. Final prep for Windrock. Peace, guys.